Hey, hi, good afternoon and welcome to Vanessa Loves. Isn't it just, that sun's shining through the trees, isn't it just so glorious to be back out in nature with the weather shining like it is? And I can see and feel and hear people in the woods next to me as I'm walking here. One of the things that is coming up for me a lot at the moment is courage. And the fact that we struggle as a human race, and I know I have and I am with a big thing at the moment, but a lot of the conversations I'm having are where people are struggling to be vulnerable because they see it as a weakness. And we talk about this such a lot, that being vulnerable is not weak. So why do we still believe that to be vulnerable and to show our weaknesses, to show our flaws, to show our imperfection, why is that seen as weak? Society says it is. Conditioning and programming says it is. And because the story, the ego, where we live from our wounded egos, the story tells us we have to be seen as perfect, we have to be seen as strong, we have to be seen as having our shit together, when I think we all know, and I'm assuming, so forgive me, but I think we all know that when we pretend that everything is okay and we have our shit together, and that, no, I'm okay with being vulnerable, it's only going to cause more pain, only going to cause more pain. And vulnerability is one of the main ingredients of my work. Vulnerability is one of the main ingredients of my work. Why? Because to do any kind of emotional health healing, to heal yourself from your past pains, to heal your heart, to face up to your story, heal your heart so that you can live from a true place with purpose and confidence and joy and grace, which for me speaks of like that effortless flow place. To be able to do this work, we have to be vulnerable, and we have to admit that we are perfectly imperfect, and being okay with showing up just as we are. So I heard today something in my book I was reading, and by Debbie Ford, and she said courage is knowing there is a higher choice to be made in any situation, and that you have the strength to be able to make that choice. And I'd like to add to that sentence, courage says there is a higher choice to be made in any situation, and you have the strength and the insight to make that choice. Because I think sometimes it's the lack of awareness that keeps us in a stuck place, but also it serves us to be unaware. It's painful being unaware. It's painful being unaware, where you just allow your unconscious to rule the show, rule the roost. Vulnerability is power. Vulnerability is power. And I'm experiencing this at the moment in, a couple of areas of my life really, with levelling up on a career level, on a work level. I'm really being called to take a step back, to retreat, to be able to receive a download at a time where I am, or dare I say it, the naked philosophy work that I share is needed more and more and more every day. I'm in more conversations, in email, in conversation on text, in person, every day, about the necessity of this work. So I have to be courageous in making that higher choice, because I have the strength and the insight to make that, and I know that by taking myself back and peeling myself back is going to give me the, I was going to say oomph, the impotence, the energy that I need to be able to do more of my work, to reach more people, to share this naked philosophy with more and more people. And the naked philosophy being to strip back the stories you believe to be true about yourself, to be able to heal your heart and your past pain, so that you can express and embrace life in truth with confidence and purpose and grace. Success to me is bliss, and naked is the pathway to bliss. But to be naked, just like being physically naked, to be emotionally, mentally and spiritually naked, we also do have to be incredibly vulnerable. What are your thoughts around vulnerability? Do you struggle to be vulnerable? Do you want to be more vulnerable? Would you like to be supported in your vulnerability? Because one thing I know for sure is that when you are vulnerable, when you bite the bullet, and just as I call it, Thelma Louise, you go, I go, when you do jump into your vulnerable place, the magic that appears and the courage and the confidence that you ignite and activate within you is massive. It's life-changing, it's profound. So as I open myself up to be more vulnerable, my invitation is, would you like to join me? I hope so, because I want to create, and I want to see, I want to experience, I want to invite more people to be vulnerable, because that's where our power is. Anyway, your thoughts, share with me, because your sharing is an insight for all. God bless you. Next time. Bye.